Not too much or too sweet. Ooh, passion from your truly. Let me know how you feel. Up from night into.
Yeah, not only was it COVID for us, we had some serious health issues. And
Yes.
I'll let you talk about that.
Well, 2020, our last real vacation was in March with Peepop and Michelle. his father and stepmom. We had a vacation with them. We hung up with them in March. And then when we got back home a couple of weeks later, my champ, who helps me get dressed, told me that he found something in my breast while he was helping me get cleaned up a while back, and he didn't know how to tell me, and he told me that was a lump, and I felt it, and yep, that was a lump. So we made appointments at the Cleveland Clinic to get that checked out, got mammograms, biopsies, and everything, and all of this during COVID.
Yeah.
Everything was locked down. They didn't want to let him in because everything was locked down, and we had to get a signed letter from my oncologist saying that he could come in, that he's my caregiver, that he has to be with me so he can help me get on and off the table, in and out the chair and everything. So it was like, it was tight. That we were masked up, everybody was masked up, gloved up and everything, but everybody was really nice. Nobody was mean. Everybody was really nice.
The
but
best
we understood.
experience in a hospital you could possibly have, honestly. If you have to be in a hospital,
Cleveland Clinic is
was
the place.
Was the place.
Right.
And they were very accommodating to us and to me in particular because of COVID, as she said. But they know, they appreciated the help that I gave her because I was also assisting them. So
everybody wanted my man. They wanted him. They were like, ooh, hey, where did you get this one from? I said, it's one and done. I said, he has a brother, but he's married too.
That's very sweet.
I said, he looks just like him.
One and done. Yeah, but
we had a good dad. So our dad he told us how to be men. So.
Yes. Peepop, hi.
Yeah.
But so they came. Well, the results came back, and we were home, and we had to do a virtual visit, and my doctor then she told me she felt bad that she had to tell me this via the video, because usually they do this in person or whatever, and she said that's stage 2B breast cancer, an aggressive kind.
Yeah, they confirmed that it was cancer because at this time we weren't quite sure.
Right.
We were hoping and praying it was benign, but it was malignant, unfortunately.
Right. So we had to start start chemotherapy immediately. So we went to go see the doctors and everything. They were showing me around and telling me, this is where you're going to do this, and this is this place. If you want to come in your rollers or your slippers, and I'm looking at them like, oh, they don't know me. I said, I might come in an evening gown and a crown. They started laughing. But and then they took me back to the area where
the infusions
take place. And I broke down.
Yeah, I think that part was the most difficult for you to see, actually, what you would have to endure. To see that.
Broke my heart.
Yeah.
It was.
I felt so bad for you. And
it was really sad. And I just like,
that was a tough time.
That was hard. The fact that she told me when I found out that I had breast cancer, that was hard also. But actually coming into the place, this is where I'm going to be. Whoa. It hit like a wave. A huge tidal wave, and I was like, wow. So she ushered us out as quickly as she could, because Caroline doesn't. She's amazing. She's a nurse practitioner to my doctor,
Dr. Nolly, who we have to give a shout out to, and Caroline, the two best at what they do.
Yes.
If you have the unfortunate diagnosis of having breast cancer, I cannot say enough about Dr. Nolly.
Right there. The staff there, the nurses there,
Yes.
also are amazing.
Everybody there is
Yeah,
amazing,
amazing.
pretty much, in the oncology department.
Yeah. So I started at the chemotherapy in April.
Mm-hmm.
And I was going twice a month.
At least.
Twice a month,
Yeah.
and I was there between 4 and 6 hours. That's how rigorous my chemo was. And I had just taken my braids out my hair, and I had grown my hair in a nice length, and I was so excited about it. And I was like, okay, let me go ahead. This was after my first chemo session. I had taken my wrap down and taken my braids down, and I started to take the plaits that I had in my hair, take them down, and hair started coming out in my hands.
Yeah, that was traumatic.
That was another doozy.
Yeah.
So, I got in the shower.
That made things
even more real. Yeah.
I know for me too, and that was difficult.
Yeah, I got in the shower, more hair started coming out, shampooed my hair, more hair started coming out. So dried my hair as much as I could, and he blow dried it when I got out, and I just said, get the clippers and go ahead and cut it. And he was like, you sure? I said, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, go ahead and do it. That was the first weekend in May.
I must say, your
2020.
face was radiant. You wore that very, very well. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, so he shaved my head. That was traumatic, but I pushed through again and praised the Most High, because I know He was gonna bring me through. And I was in and out of the hospital a while because during chemo, and with my shoulder being as bad as it was making me weak, and I couldn't move as much. I started to get a pressure sore.
Yeah, let's talk about that real quick, because now mind you, she's in a hospital bed at the house. And this is something else we're going to talk about in the future, is what Medicare
Puts you
through to get the proper equipment that could otherwise prevent you from getting
a pressure sore
or any other type
wounds or whatever.
Yes, or
I'm sorry.
get worse. No, it's fine. Mm-hmm. She had never gotten one, but from her chemotherapy, it broke down her skin, it broke down her cellular structure, and she ended up getting a stage 4 pressure wound so quickly.
Yes, it started out as a dime, and then it just
grew.
Exploded.
Yeah.
We won't put any of those pictures up, though. Just picture it in your mind.
Yeah.
It got huge. So back and forth to different wound care doctors, packing it, doing this and doing that, closing it opening back up, closing it again, and then it opening back up. And then we finally found the right doctor to do it.
Oh, yes.
Dr. Shatkin at Memorial
Hospital. He was an amazing doctor. He's the
Amazing
director
staff,
of,
too, yeah.
Director of wound care at Memorial Hospital, Pembroke. And he's an amazing doctor. He was able to close a very complicated wound that was really down to the bone. To which, as a caretaker, I have to care for these wounds at the house while she's going through chemotherapy, all these other issues that are going on. So
How many times did I go to the hospital and lose sepsis because of it?
several times she's
Lost
septic.
count.
Yeah, lost count. And she pulled through all those, thank God. So after Dr. Shatkin took care of you, which was wonderful.
That was in 22.
Yeah, 22.
Was it?
Was it?
Or
Something
21?
like that. But nevertheless, you then had to go through breast surgery.
Oh, that was before that.
Yeah, before
sorry.
that. You
Back
skipped
up.
that,
Rewind. In the 2020.
I think it was the end of 2020.
Yeah, it was October. October 23rd of 2020, September 23rd. That's when I had
2020.
20,
Because what?
September 23rd, 2020 is when I had the mastectomy.
Yeah, let's talk about the process of how you got there. Is because the purpose of the chemotherapy was to shrink the tumors enough so that when you had the surgery, it would be, as minimal as possible.
Right.
So the chemotherapy that they gave her worked extraordinarily well. So it put her way ahead of the curveball with that. So
Right. So they were able to. I was able to have the mastectomy sooner than they anticipated because it shrunk so fast, and they were able to go in and take all the lymph nodes that I had under my arm, and most of them under my arm, and I had to have a mastectomy, and yeah, that was another one. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that was difficult too.
Very difficult.
Yeah, very difficult.
Very difficult. So, but I'm going to get some new ones eventually.
New ones?
Yeah.
Whatever makes you happy. I'm happy regardless.
I'm happy. I'm happy.
You're doing
My
it for
clothes
you.
will fit better if I had both of them there. But anyway, yeah. But then I had the second. Was it the first flap? The first closure. And,
but we jumped all the way to Dr. Shack and closure.
I know
so,
we just jumped and jumped.
Yeah,
and
that's
jumped.
fine. That's fine. You can leave it
I'm
at
sorry.
that.
I'm skipping all
that's
over the
fine.
place. I've had been in and out of hospital so many times. I'm losing track and trying to keep the timeline. And I should have written the timeline, but
Yeah, but you did good.
so that
After
was
the flap surgery where they closed your wound, that's where we're up to now.
Right.
That was the last major surgery I think that you had. So we've been on the mend.
ostomy.
Yeah, that happened because
That was in August of 21. August of 21, I had to have an ostomy surgery, so the flap surgery could be done.
Yeah, they could not take a chance of anything getting into that stage 4 pressure wound because she had already had 2 failed surgeries in that area. So this was kind of a last thing, a last resort, and we thankfully found the best doctor to do the job. But the prerequisite was that she had to have an ostomy.
Yeah, that was in August of 21. Then the flap surgery was in November of 21, and the recovery was a year, and the year came and went and came.
But you know what?
Was it 22?
It might have been, but when we're talking about the ostomy, the reason being is because it goes back to the surgery that you had with that neurosurgeon who made you fully incontinent. So because of that, the doctor needed to make sure that she had the best chance of success by, moving everything to the front so that the wound on the back of the leg would not get infected. She's on the mend now. She's getting better.
Yeah, I'm better, much better.
I mean, those issues still remain from that botched surgery that she had.
But the wound part, that's gone. I mean, I still got to be mindful of it. I can't sit on it too long. I got to maneuver. I got to switch and, take a weight off that side. So,
but you're better, thankfully. You still have the same issues that you had to deal with from the surgery that was botched. That is ongoing and continual and will be likely permanent. So we work through those things, and that's basically, I think, where we are to this day. We still haven't gotten your shoulder fixed.
No.
So that's really the last big thing that we need to get done. We need to find a good shoulder surgeon that will be able to repair her catastrophic tear that she has in her rotator cuff.
I'm a little older now. Hopefully they'll do it.
I never understood that logic.
Neither did I.
But anyway, so there you have it. That's our story. Well, mostly her story. For me, you're probably saying it's our story. Yes, it is. It's our story, and you may be wondering, how do I take care of her through all this time? I actually sustained an injury.
Right.
Nothing compared to Valerie.
It's in 2015.
In 2015. So I ended up having to lose my job that I was at for 27 years. And I couldn't understand it, but things work out the way they're supposed to work out. Now I am able to take care of my wife full time and care for her properly without having to worry, how we're going to pay for help and all this other nuances that go on with it. So I instantly became not just her caretaker, I became, I had to do the shopping now and the cooking and the cleaning and, going to school meetings more than I used to go.
I know. Meeting her friends.
Yes. And Valerie
I
would
got
go
jealous.
sometimes, but sometimes she wasn't feeling well. She puts on a good face.
But I got jealous.
You did?
Yes.
Why'd you get jealous?
Because you were out doing the stuff that I wasn't able to do anymore. So I was jealous.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
I mean, it was not a relief per se, because I was doing it all the time, but he was working. So
Right.
and I was domestic engineer.
Mm-hmm.
That was my
Which
title.
you were excellent at.
Right. Thank you. And so that's what I did. I went to school meetings. I was the room mom. I brought the cupcakes and this and baked this, and I did the bake sales and did all that, and met the parents and I did all. That was me, and I had fun doing it. And I'm grateful that I was able to do it when I was able to do it when the kids were younger.
Yeah.
And I was able to do those things. I'm grateful for that, because if this would have happened then, I would have missed out on all of those years.
Yeah, you had a lot of good years.
So I had a lot of good years, and I have a lot of great years to come. It's just going to be done differently, and I'm grateful to the Most High that I'm still here, able to do as much as I can do, and I'm grateful to this little joker over here. Can I tell him what I call you?
Yeah, she calls me manservant.
Oh, that wasn't a whisper, was it?
No.
I don't know how to whisper. I'm sorry.
But it's all done in love.
He's my manservant.
If you ever hear her say it, I embrace it. I serve my wife. Okay. Valerie's a clown. She jokes all the time. I do too. She's more than me, but we keep it fun. We
were at the hospital, and the nurses were asking me, "Well, who's here with you?" I said, "My husband." They said, "Okay." I said, "Just call him manservant."
And she called me manservant.
They would call manservant. They would be reluctant at first. I said, "No, go do it." They would go, "Manservant?" He was like, "Oh, that's me."
That's me. I gotta go.
He's my babe. He's my champ. He's my hero on earth.
You're my shero.
And I love him.
I love you, and I admire your strength. Like I said, I haven't seen anybody as strong as you. You keep the sunshine in the house. You really, really do. I mean, I couldn't imagine this life like this without you in it. So we're grateful.
He's trying to make my eyes sweat.
No, it's just the truth. It's just the truth.
So I got my makeup done too good. I'm not going to sweat.
So moving forward, anyway, we're past that. We're now going to, Valerie's much better now. She's still permanently disabled. And I still do a lot of things that I had to do initially, and that's fine. But we work as a team. We do so much together. So we're just going to now be able to show people what we do, how we do it, how you can have fun, how you can still do things that you may have thought otherwise you could not.
That's right.
So we're excited for the channel, and I hope you are.
I hope you are too. And it's not just for couples. It's for if you're, you don't have a partner. You can go out and do things by yourself also, because one day, I don't know how we're going to do it. I'm going to get you to drop me off, and I'm going to have the camera myself. We're going to figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. And also, it's not only for people with disabilities. We plan on doing things just information-wise that you may want to do. Fun things, restaurants, hotels, could be theme parks, hospital information, just living a marvelous life. That's what we want to bring to you, whether you're disabled or not. Our focus is on people with accessibility issues, but it's not just that.
Right.
We want to be more than that. We want to be able to give information and be inspirational to people, all people.
Yes.
So having said that, Val, what do you think? This is our first video together.
You did good.
on
I'm
our
proud
channel.
of you.
Well, I'm proud of you. I think you did better.
You know what? We should give
What?
ourselves a pat on the back.
Well, I personally want to thank everybody for tuning in
Thank you.
to our channel. Please like,
Share
subscribe,
and comment.
comment, please. It does help our channel tremendously. We look forward to sharing the next video, and
Until next time, we hope that you have a marvelous, accessible life. See you next time. Bye bye.